You know, he started Rocky, he had no money at all, and he had nothing. He had a car that barely couldn't, he left New York. A lot of good people come out of Brooklyn, but he got that car to just get him there, and he stayed in his car, and he slept, and he wrote this script called Rocky, along with about 20,000 other people. Everybody writes a boxing script, right? But for some reason, they loved it. And Sly didn't have 10 cents, had nothing. And they offered him, like, a lot of money. They offered him, I think, $500,000, some number that he never even thought was even possible. And he said, no, I don't want it. I want to make sure that you're casting the right person to play the role. And they said, well, we have stars. And they brought in stars. But the stars didn't have good bodies. They were flabby. They were not really boxers. And Sly would look at some of these guys, big names. He was intimidated in one way, but in the other way, he said, that guy can't play the role. And we won't say the names of the people, but they're really top actors. And for some reason, here's a guy that had no contacts, no anything, but they loved this. One studio in particular loved this script. And they were going crazy over it. And they brought in the top people, and Sly said, let me see your box. And he'd have a guy, and he said, he can't play the role. He had a lot of flab around the upper chest area. It's supposed to be solid like a rock. And then they brought in another one. And finally, they looked at Sly. They said, oh, man, you're in good shape. You think you could play the role? He said, I'll play the role. I'm not going to let somebody else play it. And he was actually willing. He thought they'd have somebody, but he said, that's not a boxer. That's not a fighter. These are good movie stars. Keep their shirt on, but they're good movie stars. But they're not fighters, right? And he took that role, and the rest is history.